Not the live one, like go to the actual stream so it's live.
What channel is it on?
234.
What's up, nerd family? Welcome to our first We Watch the Orville live with you. What's up? We're starting a little bit late. Here we go.
Why is there chicken?
I don't know.
Or turkey?
Problems, sleepwalking.
Are you sure it's the Orville and not Gotham?
Yep. No.
Is anyone out there?
There we go. Let's go ahead and rewind this real quick because we missed the intro.
Yeah.
Is anyone out there? If we find something, we do. Backward.
Prefect wouldn't. You mean we're going to every?
Did you get the wait a minute.
There we go.
Tonight's episode of The Orville is presented with limited commercials.
Did you notice that voice? Joe Swanson.
And you're sure it'll work?
We've made the schematics available for peer review by top industry technicians. Everything checks out.
That's our channel.
You didn't tell them what it would be used for.
Give me a little credit, McCall.
Honestly, I don't see that it matters at this point, whether it's classified or not.
You mean we're going to send a message?
The way I see it, this breakthrough represents an evolutionary tipping point. We can either go forward or backward.
Prefect, wouldn't further discussion be appropriate?
What is there to discuss? It's a simple do we or don't we? I say we do.
Okay.
How's tomorrow? We're right on the cusp, but we should be safe. Are you going to go public? If we find something.
Alignment
Obviously,
complete. Transmitters at full power.
The world that's just
Now
now
all we need is
trying
something
to
to say.
contact space.
Let's keep it simple. Is anyone out there?
Is that? Eli,
So I know what I read in the official report. Ask Captain in the face.
I did, sir.
Knock him out.
Out cold, yeah.
Okay.
We had just had the crap kicked out of us by the crew. We were losing all power, including life support. We sent out a distress call, and the only ship in range was a Genesi cruiser.
Is she the
Genesi.
same chick
Why does
as
that sound
Laura
familiar?
was?
They're a fiercely matriarchal species from the Izar system, totally dismissive of any and all males who appear to be dominant. We didn't know the ship was Genesi until the commanding officer popped up on the screen. We needed their help, so I acted fast. Punched him right into next week, broke his nose. They helped us repair our entire power grid. Well, quick thinking in a crisis is commendable. That's my job.
You'll give me a heads up if you're gonna hit me, yeah?
I can't promise that, sir.
Okay, I think we've covered everything here, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Welcome aboard, Lieutenant. You can take your station.
Thank you, sir. Listen, I know you guys were close with your last chief of security, and I know my reputation is a bit rough around the edges, but I can promise you both that if anyone comes at you or tries to take you down, I'm gonna mess him up first.
That's good to know.
So they got another chief of security who
What do you think?
Same.
I like her.
Alien.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're the one who begged the Admiral for another Salayan. If you need me, I'm gonna be on the bridge.
You don't get punched. Ask him.
I'll ask him later.
It's right there. Just do it.
It's stupid.
It is not stupid. Just ask him.
No, it's fine.
You're his commanding officer. You've ordered him into battle. I think you can ask him this.
Bortus, I had a fun idea I wanted to run by you.
What?
Well, since my birthday's on Tuesday, and since our birthdays are 6 days apart, I thought it might be fun to do, like, a joint party.
Why?
Well, you know, that way we can do it up a little bigger than usual, and like more of the crew.
Is this an order?
No, it's just a thought.
Ah. Then I do not wish to have a joint party.
Why not?
I prefer my birthday to be my day.
He's afraid he's gonna get less stuff.
I am not afraid.
And he's right. Joint birthday, less stuff for everybody. It's a trap, Bortus.
Captain, I'm picking up a transmission from somewhere in the Gamma Valorum system.
That's a long way out.
It looks like old-style microwaves.
From the ship?
No. It's a planet.
Confirmed. There are 7 planets in the Gamma Valorum star system.
Oh my god.
What?
It says, is anyone out there?
Bortus, check Union records for any previous contact with that star system. Negative, sir.
Oh, baby! This is it! This is what we signed up for!
Talk about a birthday gift.
All hands, this is the captain. Begin prepping all stations for first contact.
Nice.
Gordon, set a course for Gamma Valorum and engage quantum drive.
With pleasure, sir.
What do we know about these people from the initial communication?
They're awaiting our arrival and they've given us landing coordinates. Other than that, nothing. That's the fun part. We decided against the joint birthday, correct? Okay, here we go.
Not right.
You know, we could make up fake names. They wouldn't know.
Why would you do that?
Oh, I always hated my name. I just figured this is one of those times where you could make your own name.
It's true. We could.
You know, like I could be Chad, you could be Maxine.
Should we do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Mix it up.
Why not?
Let's do it.
No, I feel like they'd know. First prefect. I'm Captain Ed Mercer of the USS Orville. This is my first officer and crew. On behalf of the people of our world, welcome to Rigor 2. On behalf of the Planetary Union, welcome to the galaxy. into space, as you have, whether by ship or by transmitted message, that's when we permit ourselves to make our presence known. You asked if there was anyone out there. It's union policy to answer.
How many different kinds of people are there?
More than you can possibly imagine. Not all of them friendly, which is another reason it's very important to us to make first contact.
We want to know everything there is to know about your world.
We want to show you. T-Mobile knows
Correct.
dancing is better when you include a part.
So here we go. Welcome everybody to our very first.
Are you caught up?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all caught up. So welcome to our very first episode of We Watch the Orville with you. Turn this down here. Good to see each and every one of you. Hello, Alan. Hello, William. Hello, Russ. Hello, Tiftastic. I see you there.
So,
Hello, Caleb. Hello, Sundance. We got 9 people in here today, and
some of them for the first time. What do
Some-
you guys think so far? I know it's only the first, like, 12 minutes, but it's pretty fun.
yeah, it's a good episode to start off with. An episode that starts off about first contact.
Yes.
That's cool. So
Very Star Trek-y.
yes. So obviously, this alien world is reaching out for the first time to meet anybody who's out there, and they've answered. So I love how he's walking up and he's like, "We can make up fake names and they wouldn't even know." It could be Chad.
What about
I wouldn't even know.
Oh, it's back on.
funnier was a Family Guy name.
Yes.
This is how we sent the message. It's the largest astronomical array anywhere on the planet.
25 independent satellites, and the entire array acts as a single antenna with a variable diameter.
Very nice. We thought it would take decades, maybe even centuries before anyone answered the message, but here you are, only a few years later.
Well, we're happy to prove you wrong.
And this is our obstetrics ward.
It's amazing to see, isn't it? I guess. It's kind of remedial though, yeah?
Completely.
I mean, you have stuff in sick bay that would probably look like magic to these guys.
Yeah, but see, this is like getting a real-life look at your own past. We're seeing a young society on the verge of huge advancement.
A science that's about to happen. It's magnetic. Yeah, well, if I gotta have my appendix out, make sure you take me back to the ship.
You don't have an appendix.
Been done.
We've recently developed a cost-effective means of magnetic resonance imaging for regular monitoring of fetal growth. We're the first medical facility in the world to do it on this scale.
You seem to have an unusually large number of premature births.
Yes, well, there are still some things that we can't prevent, but the technology improves every year.
What technology?
Dr. Phalar, we have an obstetric emergency in OR3.
Follow me.
10 blade, please.
Security chief. The security chief was the same race.
Blood pressure.
What's going on? It's a C-section.
They're
Stand by. Is the transport incubator ready?
extremely
Yes,
small.
doctor.
Umbilical blood flow is positive, pulsations regular.
Here we are. Tie off the umbilical, prepare to close the incision.
Take it to the unit of ICU.
What is it, doctor?
Well, there are many reasons to perform a C-section. A rupture in the placenta, prolapsed umbilical cord, but I'm not seeing anything like that in the scan. The baby seems perfectly healthy except for the fact that it's premature.
Maybe their biology is different, something we can't detect.
Dr. Phalar, may I ask the reason for the C-section? You're a doctor. You must know it's to prevent the infant from being born celiac.
What's celiac?
Oh, you probably have a different name where you come from. Celiacs are prone to violence, extreme destructive behavior. And we try to prevent them at all costs, which usually means an emergency C-section. Would you like to see the research labs?
Very much.
This way.
You have a C-section, you're born evil?
A
Well, I'm
friend
glad that you were born C-section.
is a second self.
These two weren't.
And until today, the only friends we knew were our fellow Regorians. But our world has grown immeasurably overnight. For the first time in the history of our species, we can count among our friends not just our countrymen, but the people who live among the stars. We welcome you.
In the vast emptiness of the universe, we have found a fullness of cultural diversity. And when a first contact unfolds like this, the cosmos becomes a living, breathing organism, so that within that emptiness, we become a way for the universe to know itself. We are honored to know Rigor 2.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Thanks, I plagiarized it from like 9 different things.
Tell us more about your economic structure. I'm fascinated that there's no form of currency exchange.
Our currency is reputation. An individual's wealth is determined by their personal achievements, not their monetary value.
We decided a long time ago that forcing people to toil relentlessly in the pursuit of material wealth was an unnatural state for our species to exist in.
So it really is a utopia. No societal burdens.
I mean, we still have like in-laws and things like that, but we've come a long way. We believe that everyone deserves a fair chance at happiness. We all do better when we all do better.
Lieutenant Chiali, I understand that your species boasts some impressive abilities. Could I request a demonstration, or would that be rude?
You want me to balance a ball on my nose? Is that it? Okay. Is this something you're super attached to?
No, not at all.
You know, I gotta tell you, it's my birthday next week, and a first contact like this is the best gift I could have possibly asked for.
What?
My birthday, it's next week. Boris is too.
We are having separate celebrations.
Thank you.
What is this? What is going on? Now!
Check the other three.
Send them to processing! Prefect, what is the meaning of this?
You claim to be an advanced people, and yet you bring them into our midst at a state dinner, no less?
What have they done?
If we have offended you in some way, you need to tell us.
Watch the one with the ears. If she tries anything, shoot the others.
What is it about?
Well, that escalated quickly. Remind me not to tell anybody when my birthday is.
Are all first contacts like this?
Claire, what do you make of it?
Captain, I've noticed something off about this planet ever since we arrived. That C-section that we witnessed, it was completely unnecessary and highly dangerous for both the infant and the mother.
What have you done with Kelly and Boris? Open your mouth.
That's no sound.
John, put him down.
Today's your lucky day.
I like her until alarm was time. I want more of it.
It's a small extraction. It won't be painful.
Got a pretty mouth.
Yeah, really.
It's tagging them?
No, they're getting small piece of it too.
Next.
That's weird.
What the heck is going on?
They've been processed for
Dates verified. One Panaji, one Korriban, one valet. No other Gilliacs. I want to know what the hell is happening here, and I want to know now. What have you done with Kelly and Bordas?
You've got a lot of nerve. Coming in here making demands after what you've done?
What have we done aside from offering you our friendship?
Friendship? You brought two Gilliacs into the State Hall, where they could have done who knows what kind of damage. They could have killed someone.
Gilliac, it's an astrological sign.
What?
Captain, this planet is governed by astrology.
What's astrology?
It's an ancient belief system that's the reason for all the premature C-sections.
You arrested Kelly and Bordas because of their astrological signs?
The stars don't lie, Captain. Gilliacs are violent, unpredictable. Surely you know that as well as we do, as advanced as you are.
Where have you taken them?
They'll be taken to the camp, same as all Gilliacs.
And what about us?
Well, the extractions have confirmed your birth dates, so you can go back to your ship. We don't want you here.
Did I mention Juliet?
It's an interesting episode.
Yes. Birthday concentration camp?
Commander, what is this?
Bad birthday.
Hey, Daryl.
Hey, Thomas.
If you were choosing a network, would you want the one the experts at Rootmetrics say is #1 in the nation?
Sure. They probably know what they're talking about.
Be back in a minute.
Wow. So that's interesting. It's that's kind of crazy that they believe in astrology so much that that all Gilliacs are violent people. That's yeah. This show just doesn't fail to keep like addressing different interesting ideas and things for sure. What was that? Oh. What's up, William? How you doing, man? Yeah, I agree with you, Caleb. People who believe in astrology, so it's a strange thing. I mean, it goes back so many, thousands of years and stuff with people looking up into the sky and everything, but yeah. I'm good, man. I'm really good.
No, it's back.
Oh, it's back already. Wow. They weren't kidding about the limited commercials tonight. Hey, Tim.
Well, they told me to be prepared. Look at you. People from another world.
Why have you brought us here?
But still Gilliac trash, no matter where you're from. And you'll learn to obey the rules of this camp.
Look, there's obviously been some kind of mistake. You can just tell us what the hell a Gilliac is. Maybe we can figure out where the screw-up happened.
No mistake. The order comes straight from the office of the first prefect.
And how long do you intend to keep us here?
This is now your home. I suggest you learn to like it.
We are not your prisoners.
I am an understanding man. But you won't want to try anything like that again. Unless you're tired of living. Take them to the barracks.
Captain, I understand your frustration. But extraction by force in the midst of a first contact, no matter what the circumstances, there's just no way in hell the Admiral is going to get clearance for that.
Admiral, these people are nuts. Okay, Boris and Kelly are locked away in some internment camp just because they got the wrong birthday. And the Gregorians have even developed the technology to calculate precise age using tooth samples. Claire, tell them what you saw.
Sir, these people are performing dangerous C-sections just to ensure the babies are born under a positive astrological sign. They are literally pulling infants from the womb weeks, even months early.
It's more complex than what we see as right and wrong. We're on their turf, with their laws. Think about the trial in Mockless. What if you'd gone in and taken Commander Bortus's infant by force?
Well, some people say we should have.
Look, I want those 2 officers back safely as much as you do, but to go in guns blazing 24 hours after meeting these people, we're not the Krill. You're gonna have to find another way to do this. Perry out.
Well, now what the hell do we do?
I am unclear concerning the astrological practice. What is the methodology?
It's the idea that personality traits, behavioral tendencies, even future events can be determined by studying the movements of celestial bodies.
That would seem scientifically unsound. However, it would explain the satellites in orbit.
What do you mean?
They appear to be configured solely for astrometry, to measure the positions of stars, but not their spectral type or physical properties.
And yet they're advanced enough to send a message into space. I don't get it. I want to talk to the prefect.
Looks like we're gonna wind up having that joint birthday after all.
I would gladly share a birthday celebration back on the ship.
Wow. It only took getting arrested for you to change your mind. Well, at least people aren't staring as much.
Commander, do you think the Orville will be allowed to extract us?
On a first contact? No way. If Ed can't negotiate his way out of this, we're screwed.
On Mockless, there are those who believe in Declaya, that one's fate is determined by the alignment of the stars on the day of his birth.
I've been thinking the same thing. This whole thing went to hell when I told him it was my birthday.
Some Declaya moons are more desirable than others. This planet appears to share such beliefs.
Born under a bad sign as official state policy.
Please don't. Please, we're saving it in case they cut the food rations again.
Give it to me now.
Can't you see she's pregnant? We need the extra food. I'm not talking to you.
Please, please, I'm begging you, we need the extra food. Hey, is there a problem here?
You want to make one?
Give her back the food.
Get lost, girlie.
Give it back.
No trouble.
Go away.
Good point.
You okay?
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you so much.
He is a coward. He will not return.
I'm Yukania. This is my husband, Rocco.
I'm Kelly and this is Bortus.
You're the Chiliacs from the stars.
Yeah. Listen, is there anything you can tell us that might help us figure out a way out of here?
There is no way out.
Escape is always possible.
No one's ever tried.
Wait. You're telling us no one's ever tried to get out of this place?
Why would they?
Because it's a prison.
We belong here.
What? We were all born under the sign of Gilliac. Our tendencies are inherently violent, criminal. We're here for the good of society, to protect them from us.
You do not appear to be violent.
Murderous instincts reside within every Gilliac, either deeply buried or on the surface. The stars don't lie.
On this day, we enter the sign of the Gilliac. As always, every effort has been made to ensure that no births occur during this dark time. But of course, we have yet to devise a perfect system of prevention. Any infants born during the next 30 days are to be immediately turned over to the state
or transport to the camps. You may do so at the nearest service center. Failure to comply will result in severe prosecution.
May our great nation prevail. Good night.
And we're out.
Prefect, Captain Mercer has returned. He requests an audience.
Send him in. I thought I told you to leave.
Look, Prefect, just hear me out. All right, now, first contacts can be complex, and in this case, that would be an understatement. But I'm sure we can come to some kind of agreement for the release of our people.
Out of the question.
They've done nothing wrong.
They're Jilliaks. So what? Why are you defending them? You live among the stars. You should understand their significance better than anyone.
We actually have this crazy system where we judge people by their actions, not their birth dates. It's kind of wacky, I know.
Look, you are an advanced society. Now just stop and think about this. How can the relative position of a ball of gas and dust thousands of light years away influence someone's personality? I mean, do you honestly believe it yourself?
We see living proof every single day. Yes, I do believe it. And even if I didn't, if I released a Jilliak, there would be a national uproar. People would tear down these walls.
Your world is no longer just this planet. When you sent that message, you invited yourselves into a galaxy packed with thousands of different cultures. You might want to start being a little more open-minded.
So you all just think the universe is chaos, no order, no significance to anything. I wouldn't want to be part of a community that believes that.
We look for patterns in the natural world around us. It's in our blood. We're desperate to find meaning. But sometimes a star is just a star.
I shouldn't have reached out. It was a mistake.
Sir, if we could just...
Enough! Go home, Captain. Forget about your people. And please, forget about Rigor too.
He seems awfully agitated, angry, and susceptible to violent behavior. Am I the only one? Maybe he's a Jilliak?
I think he's the leader of Jilliaks.
He's the leader of Jilliaks. I mean, he just seems to be very violent in his behavior and his
He's
anger.
angry.
Very quick-tempered.
Very quick-tempered. For somebody who's talking about it's supposed to be everybody else.
Yeah.
But they weren't kidding when they said that this was going to be an episode with very little commercial.
Yeah, because we were living in like
Because
2 or
there's
3
so much
or 4.
information to give us about Jilliaks, apparently.
Apparently,
Cause
we all need to know more about Jilliaks.
Yeah, because we've got like 2 to 4 commercials per break, and they're only like a minute long.
Yeah.
Wish it was like that for The Flash.
Yeah. These CW shows.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they could shorten it down a few more episodes. Because Arrow, it looks like.
So you guys enjoying the episode so far? What are your thoughts? Wow, it's a different kind of episode. This is again like the Orville. It tackles like serious topics, and every once in a while throws in just kind of a funny thing. There hasn't been a lot of comedy though this episode. To be quite honest with you, usually there's a little bit more comedy, but there really hasn't been so far this episode. It's interesting. There's some serious episodes and there's some funny episodes, and this one's kind of been. Yeah, if you haven't watched it up to this point, I definitely suggest binging it and catching up to where we're at so that you can kind of know what's going on the show. But it's also one of those shows that I think that you can join up at any time and kind of catch the gist of the show pretty quick, too. That's kind of the good thing about it.
Everything else first.
What's that?
Just after I catch up on everything else first.
Oh, yeah.
He's
You
just
got
gonna catch up on Titans.
All kinds of shows that
Titans,
Isaac's
Young
trying to catch up on.
Justice.
That's none of my business.
I'm thinking about Supergirl, but I'm Probably not going to.
Save it for last.
Yeah, definitely the very last one.
Yeah, save Supergirl for last. The first season's actually good.
Yeah.
First season's actually really good.
I remember watching the
She was
whole first
Gotham
season.
over that.
Yeah.
Chicken nugget, chicken.
I don't want to catch my shows that are continuing.
Over 40 years, because we've always been committed to quality, like hand-pressed dough, fresh mozzarella, and sauce made from Mama Jet's secret family recipe, all baked to perfection for a thick, golden crunch. So go ahead, take a bite. You'll
What's up, Brayden?
For a limited time, get a large chicken bacon.
And I agree, Caleb.
With our
I think
famous
both
Jets
Ryan,
ranch, just $13.99.
I think both Ryan Reynolds and Mark Wahlberg would be
Oh, it just
nice
now
guest
hit.
stars
Okay,
on this
it
show
wasn't.
for sure. Have you ever heard of the tragedy of George Lucas the Wise? That's a story Kathleen Kennedy would tell you.
I'm here, Garber. They are so ingrained into the community that every time I am at a community event, Garber is somehow involved. The Great Lakes Bay region does better with Garber because of dedicated community involvement, and they treat you with respect.
Hi folks, we're back. If you've been injured in an accident that's not your fault and you don't have an attorney, listen up. We've got legal professionals standing by to tell you what your case is potentially worth. Hello, I'm Gina Peterson along with spokesman John Wolf. So John, who should be calling right now?
Well, like you just said, Gina, if you've been injured in an accident, it wasn't your fault, and you don't have an attorney, call us right now. We'll answer your questions and let you know how much your case is potentially worth.
Thanks, John. Call now.
Back on.
Sir, if we could just have a little more time.
Ed, you've been out there a month. I understand what you must be going through, but there's a lot of internal pressure to get the Orville back on active duty. You can't wait in orbit forever, and not to be unfeeling, but we don't even know whether they're still alive.
Look, just one more week, please.
We're going to send a diplomatic envoy to continue trying to secure the release of those officers. We won't give up, but it's time for the Orville to go. I'm sorry, Ed. It'll leave orbit within 24
Now we're gonna not have Laura or Mortis or Kelly.
Nah, they'll get him.
You can't just leave her down there.
It's not up to me.
Our weapons are hundreds of years more advanced than theirs. Why can't we
That's
just...
exactly why we can't. We're gonna have to find another way. Okay, is there anything we've missed? Anything at all?
Captain, we've run through every piece of info we can find about their astrological system. We've hacked into their libraries, their news media, everything, multiple times.
We are looking for the equivalent of a legal loophole that just isn't there.
Everything we dig up says the same thing. Giliacs are born criminals. They're violent, murderous.
But why? I mean, is there some kind of inciting incident?
We have found no explanation.
We have 24 hours. Keep digging.
On this day, we enter the sign of the Wasanta. To the children born this month, we honor you. We herald your entry into this world, for you are the guiding forces, the future leaders of this great planet. Your paths will be bathed in glory, and you will be richly rewarded for your contributions. Welcome.
What is happening?
The baby's coming. She's been in labor for the past 2 hours.
Boris, go to the infirmary, get the doctor.
No!
But we need the proper equipment for...
Please, no doctor.
Can you help us? I don't know anything about this.
Boris, you have a kid. Any suggestions?
Will there be an egg?
Okay, that's enough. Okay, Nanya? Okay? Wait. Right? On 3, we're gonna push. 1, 2, 3, push! Yes! That's great! That's great, you're doing great. Boris, give me cloths, towels, anything.
I Aye, Commander.
And a shoelace or something to tie off the umbilical cord. All right. Wait, okay? Just look at me. 1, 2, yes. 1, 2, 3, push.
If the baby's not Julia, I'm gonna take the baby away.
That's great. That's the best
That's
one
exactly what I thought.
Let's do it again, okay? We do it again. Yes, yes. 1, 2, 3, push.
Happy birthday, you're delivering a baby.
That's great. Oh my God, see that bit? Fortis!
Here, Commander.
Push. Push. I need you to give me one big, last hard push, okay? That's all we need, all right? We can do this. 1, 2, 3, push. Uncle. Your daughter.
They put the little silvery stuff on the baby's face. They put the little silvery stuff and then they made it look like it just came out. It's cool and gross.
12 hours. Anything new?
Captain, I have an idea.
What is it?
Isaac, put the constellation Chiliac on the viewer. Can we focus a multispectral scanning beam on that entire region of space?
That's a massive scan. It'd be a hell of a power drain unless we knew what we were looking for. It'd take weeks.
What are you looking for?
Black holes.
Well, that narrows the spectral field. Isaac, have a look. Well, I'll be damned.
Can you tell me exactly when the star collapsed?
3,122 years ago.
According to Rigor True's history, that's right around the time the astrological system emerged.
The disappearance of a star in the night sky to a civilization that young would have been a terrifying omen.
Exactly. And Chiliac was the unlucky sign.
Tal, I'm gonna buy you a bottle of scotch.
All right. The question is, what can we do with this?
If the star came back, that might exonerate the Chiliacs.
Well, how the hell are we supposed to create a star?
Maybe we don't have to.
We tried so hard to make the timing work. She should have been born in Chiliac.
Yukanya, how long do you expect to keep her hidden?
Forever.
What will happen if she is found?
She'll be taken away. She's a Wasanda, born to lead, not brought away in the camps.
We should let them take her.
What?
She could grow up in prosperity, have every opportunity, every need provided for.
No, she needs her mother.
We'll never be able to keep her a secret.
We're not giving her up.
Inspection! Everyone on your feet.
Check them all.
They knew she was pregnant.
No. You have my pity.
Your wife has mine.
Oh.
It's not your fault you're Chiliac trash, but self-truth is always cleansing. Say it.
Say what?
I'm Chiliac trash.
You're Chiliac trash.
Say it.
I'm Chiliac trash.
There. Doesn't that feel better?
No contraband, sir.
Wait! Check under the floorboards. You'll find it was Sunda, child.
No, 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 Rocco, no, please don't take her, no, please don't take her, no, please, no, please let her stay, no.
Future leader
ends here and now.
What do you intend to do?
We're Juliacs, born criminals, violent reprobates. And the way I see it, we're within first contact protocol. If we're exactly who they want us to be.
Caleb, that would be the best cameo ever. Did you see what Caleb said?
No, I was agreeing with Sundance.
Oh. Caleb said, I'd also love to see a 5-second cameo from Tim Allen. There's a holodeck malfunction and it's going through different random no-name actors, and for a few seconds it's Tim Allen in his Galaxy Quest uniform.
Oh, that would be awesome.
That would be tremendous. Sundance says, again, this is some heavy stuff. I can't imagine giving up either of my children because of when they were born. I know, that's insane. Yeah, it's
Well, it's all the emotion and just everything that you go through after having a kid, and then just to have it taken away.
I know, it's, well, but I mean, also, just the fact that their kid shouldn't be taken away, under any circumstance, it's just insane.
Even baby face sparkles.
Even baby face sparkles.
Us, but I realized something was missing.
ABC on Fox, Saturday at 8 Eastern.
Do you have the knowledge?
It's a heavy-hitting show, but then it'll come in and tell a joke.
First ever. Obstacle course. For your mind.
Are you a mental samurai? Or just mental?
Mental Samurai, hosted by
Right.
Rob Lowe, premieres February 26th.
Yes, Russ. Exactly right. That's a great shot right there. I'll tell you what, the effects budget on this
You
thing.
can launch it from a shuttle and position it so that the reflective light from the star will be visible from the surface of Rigor 2.
So to the Rigorians, it'll look like the missing Juliac star has reappeared?
Exactly.
What about their detection systems?
Thought of that. We build in a jamming device to fool their telemetry. Their scans would confirm that what they're seeing is a star.
We'd use micro thrusters to hold the sail's position. Should be able to keep it stable indefinitely.
How soon can it be deployed? In less than 12 hours?
Do it.
We have to get the main gate open.
She's starting to look like she when she was on S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yep, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
You see Grace's mom?
I noticed it too.
It was funny. He did his gun face. He was like,
He reminds me of Mr. T in A-Team.
You really do have my pity.
Hush, little baby, don't you cry.
Chaos unfolds as Taco Bell's beloved nacho fries vanish yet again.
Because they're not that good.
What if they were in another
dimension? There are fries seasoned in Mexican spices, trapped somewhere out there.
They're not Mexican spices.
It's taco seasoning.
It's not even that. They're all they are is seasoned fries.
Look at Wookie, he's like that.
I'm sorry. These Taco Bell commercials are dumb.
He's like, this stuff
Look
is
at-
good to me.
He's like, I'll eat it.
I know. Yeah, Wookie would eat them. I'm not saying they're bad, but that's all they are. Is they're just seasoned fries. Yes, we're having a debate about Taco Bell's
Taco
seasoned
Bell's
nacho fries.
Because they're nacho fries.
They're not Joe fries either.
I can't have those fries.
Neither can I. So why are we even talking about it? Shut up.
You started it.
You started
You
it.
want to fight about it?
Well, you didn't start it. I guess I did start it because it's
Got
stupid.
to be starting
Ta-
some.
Taco Bell started it
I wanna
by
fight.
playing a stupid commercial with James Marsden.
He's like, I want it.
Huh?
He's like, okay, if you started it, I want it.
Shut up and give me your fries. I had no
Give me your tots.
fries. Russ is like, I love Taco Bell.
I love Taco Bell too, but just can't have it anymore since my surgery.
Can have refried beans. Oh,
Shuttle to bridge. I think we're set here.
Tell them they're good to go.
Shuttle, you are cleared for departure.
Hope this works.
It'll work. I think it'll work.
The stars don't lie. They teach us that the Gilliacs are lawless, savage, and beyond reform. No matter what world they're from. Ready for deployment. All you men.
Shout out to Orville, hoisting the sail.
that was like Cloverfield Paradox. Oh yeah, yeah.
Adjusting for final position.
Releasing clamps.
Activating thrusters.
So that's supposed to be like a star.
Yeah.
You gotta hear that
No,
part.
I did, but
Yeah.
It's gonna show in their star system as
There was
that
more than they tell
Gilliac
you.
star coming back, so it's not a bad sign.
Remember that.
Understood. I'll pass it on. The Celestial Advisory has confirmed, Prefect. It's a star. Call an emergency session. What does it mean? Change.
You really should be doing this in the mess hall. The krill attacked right now would be screwed.
No. It's gotta be here. John and I made something special for you guys.
capture her essence deep down. She truly is a cartoon.
Oh, shush.
Well, I love you.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, you just said Star Wars or Star Trek.
Happy birthday.
Only 4 weeks late. Not too bad.
Yeah.
Any updates?
Yes. According to the diplomats, the last of the camps was open today.
Oh, and I forgot to tell you, I got another communique from Yukanya. She said that her baby's doing great. And she named her Kelly.
You know, with all the trouble we had down there, if you made that kind of an impact on a woman's life, I would say that's a pretty successful first contact.
Captain, I have what might be an uncomfortable question. What's gonna happen when the Gregorians figure out the star's fate?
That's actually a really good question. We just lied to an entire planet, and I don't know what the ethics of that mean, but that lie meant freedom for an entire portion of the population, so the short answer is, I don't know.
By the time their technology advances to the point where they know the jig is up, they may not even care anymore.
You did good, Tala. Really good.
You had big shoes to fill, and I'm not kidding. And as far as I'm concerned, you filled them and then some. So from here on out, you are officially allowed to punch me.
Thank you, sir. Well, it's my party, and I feel like dancing.
Excuse me, how does one prepare for a date? Oh, wow!
Next Thursday, the Orville enters uncharted space.
Who's the lucky lady? Or fella? Or object?
The Orville, all new next Thursday. How did it go?
There was no equipment malfunction.
Well, you don't have to brag about it.
On Fox.
There's no day but today.
So next week's one's gonna be better. Back to the funny. It's still a good one, I'm just saying. It's gonna go back to the funny that we're used to.
What's up, Zaid?
Get the dog. He's a little mellow, babe.
Well, I would have to say, I'm just seeing this now. Star Wars or Star Trek. I gotta go Star Wars all day long. I love Star Trek. I appreciate it for what it is, but
We named him Wookiee, not Klingon.
yeah, we have a Wookiee, not a Klingon. So if that tells you anything.
Logan just says, "What's a Klingon?"
Exactly. Like he knows what a Wookiee is, but he doesn't know what a Klingon is. So there you go.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'd say Star Wars best because I've watched more Star Wars stuff like the movies and the shows than I have Star Trek.
You gotta watch the original Star Trek movies, not the ones that.
Yeah, I've only seen the new ones.
Caleb, I'm with you though. I'm hoping. I hope too that when they do finally introduce beaming technology, that it's, you know, scarcely used, only when it has to be. You know, and hopefully they don't overuse it. Let's see. Thoughts on the new Star Wars show?
Resistance?
Which one? The cartoon Resistance? The new one coming up, The Mandalorian?
Oh yeah.
Did you see the new Resistance toys?
I've seen the new Resistance toys. I tried to buy the new Resistance toys, but they had them out a week early at Target and wouldn't let me buy them. The jerks.
So now Target's doing it.
What's that?
So now Target's doing it.
That's what I said. I went up to the register and I tried to buy my toys.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, you know, here they are. And they're like,
She said Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian.
And Sundance says if the Orville's on Netflix, I know when I'm binging.
I'll check right now.
And he said Hulu, done, sweet. So Sundance, you gotta tell us what you think. Especially starting from the beginning. It's just, you're gonna want to keep watching one more, just one more, and then you're gonna be done with it. So.
Mm-hmm. So with the Mandalorian, you know, I'm interested in the time period because it's after Return of the Jedi, and honestly, I'm really interested in anything after Return of the Jedi. I really want to see how they fill in that space. But also, I'm kind of leery because with it being the Mandalorian, honestly, I had hoped that we would get something. Maybe maybe they would say Boba Fett actually survived the Sarlacc pit, but it doesn't sound like that's what we're getting. We're getting this whole new Mandalorian story, and I don't know how I feel about that yet, to be quite honest with you, because I don't know enough, to be honest with you. I'm excited about it. I'm kind of bummed that I have to go and get a new streaming service to be able to watch it, but I'm interested. I'm definitely interested, and I hope that, I mean, they've said that IG-88, the bounty hunter, is coming back for it, so they're going to reintroduce that. So that'll be interesting to see that character. I mean, it's an android, but, I'm interested in seeing, them incorporate IG-88 into it. I just don't know, to be honest with you. They're really going to have to make me care about that, to be quite frank. But John Favreau is running it, and I'm interested. The one that I'm really just kind of about is the Cassian Endor one from Rogue One. There's a live-action Cassian Endor show that's going to be a prequel to Rogue One.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing about that a while ago.
And honestly, Caleb, how do you know that we're getting a live-action Sabine Wren? Because I have seen absolutely nothing about a live-action Sabine Wren.
That would be awesome.
That would be great, but I've seen nothing that says anything about a live-action Sabine Wren.
I gotta wear my Sabine shirt for one of the next videos.
There you go. Yeah, I haven't seen any reports of that, and I haven't on any of the sites, on any of the reputable sites at all. So really, they posted who posted images of that? Because I haven't seen that on any of the movie websites or TV show websites. So I'd be very interested in that, because I would love to see Sabine back, and I would love to see that story fleshed out. We loved Rebels. Yeah. And I loved how that ended.
Oh heck yeah, that leaves it open.
So yeah, I just don't know, man. I haven't seen anything about that, so no pictures, no nothing. All I know is about the one Mandalorian that's going to be. I mean, it would kind of make sense for Sabine to show up if she's, given the fact that she is a Mandalorian.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Let's see here. As far as which one we like better, the Orville or Star Trek, I mean Star Trek. Star Trek has such a rich history, and I mean the Orville is based off of that. So I like the Orville for what it is. It's a fun show, and it's definitely a take on Star Trek. But Star Trek for sure. Yeah, man. There's some great Star Wars fan films out there. That's what I've always loved about that and that's the biggest problem that I had with this whole controversy over the Star Wars Theory movie was, look, I get it. Warner Brothers and Disney, whoever was making a claim on it, had every right to do so. It's their property. They have the right to do so. But here's the thing. For decades now, for the last 4 decades, George Lucas and Lucasfilm and everyone involved has encouraged fans to make fan films. They've supported them. They've shown them at Star Wars Celebration. They've had whole days where they've had competitions where people submit fan films and then they show them at Star Wars Celebration, and people win awards and things like that. And for for this to kind of happen with Star Wars Theory, it was never a thing for me of do they have the right to do it? Just should they do it? Because I think it changes the dynamic of things when all of a sudden you have, you know, companies going after fans that for things that they've already encouraged them to do, and I just didn't think it was right for those companies then to try to profit off. It's one thing to tell them, look, you can't profit off of this because it's our intellectual property. It's a whole other thing to then to try to profit off somebody else's work that they put into making a fan film. And I may not be right legally, but I know how I feel as a Star Wars fan, and that's how I feel. All right, Caleb. Well, I will have to check that out, man. I will have to look online and see if I can find that, or if you can, or if you have it, if you could find it, if you could send it to me either on, I don't know what social medias you're on, if you're on Twitter or you're on Facebook. If you could send that to me, I'd really be interested in seeing that, to see that being the case. Thank you, Zaid. Yeah, man, he's a cutie. He's a precious little doggy.
My snuggle puppy.
Yeah. He's a little high right now. He's been getting into things and chewing them.
His birthday is actually this Saturday, and he turns 1.
And he's had a little bit of an anxiety lately, being home alone. He just out of nowhere he started chewing on stuff and ripping up the couch.
Hasn't been crated in 6 months.
Yeah, and so we had to start crating him again this week. But we took him to the doctor, and so they gave him a little something to kind of just take the edge off, and
he's just a little high.
He's been good though. He's been good though since. So
It's made him very mellow.
yes, very mellow. Caleb says, I'm also hoping Ray Park and Sam Whitmer, plus Amelia Clark guest star on Cassian Andor to finish out their story, given we probably aren't getting an appearance from them anytime soon after Solo bombed. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if they actually use them, wouldn't it? I don't know if that's going to happen, but it should be interesting. It would be interesting to see. Let's see.
Nice. Did you see what Caleb put?
What's that?
Star Wars, nothing but
Star Wars, those crazy Star Wars all day and all night. Dun 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 dun.
How many Force Effects lightsabers do you collect? All
Let's
of
see.
them.
Well, you know what? I realized today that I'm missing 2. But I'm never going to have those 2. Because one, I never knew, Tiff, and you'll be interested to hear this one. They actually, when Master Replicas was making them,
The
they
only
actually...
one I would want is if they make Mara Jades.
No, you'd want this one too. So you best just
Ahsoka?
watch it. No, because this was back when Master Replicas was making them. I never knew that they made an Asajj Ventress lightsaber, the curved handled lightsaber.
Yeah, like Dooku.
Yep, and they also made
Well,
a Dooku lightsaber as well. That I never knew that they made those. And right now you can get them online, but they're horribly expensive. The Dooku one I found for $1,200. I was like, good Lord, no. But apparently they were made
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, but they were made in small quantities, so they weren't like put out all across the.
But Asajj Ventress, is it just the one or is it both?
Well, you would get 2. It's kind of like
Kinda
the Darth Maul double-bladed
You
saber.
could put that right there.
Yeah. So the Darth Maul double-bladed saber, how you buy 2 and you put them together. The Asajj Ventress is the same way with the curved handles. So you'd have to buy 2 of those. So it'd be crazy expensive. But yeah, but the Darth Tyrannus or Count Dooku one, oh my gosh, it looks so cool. I could not believe how cool it looks.
Lori Wheeler says, my name is Justin Logan. I'm a Star Wars fan and collector of lightsabers.
Really? Well, welcome, Justin. I am also a collector of lightsabers. So yeah, so if you saw my video today that I posted about my new Obi-Wan saber, let's see, I have in total, I guess it depends upon how you look at this, because I have Luke's. Now, I have not gone out and repurchased that saber. I have the original Luke that Master Replicas put out. I didn't repurchase it when they put it out as Anakin's, and I didn't repurchase it when they put it out as Rey's. Just Luke's, because it's the same saber. I don't need to purchase the same saber over and over again. So I have Luke's, I have Vader's, I have Yoda's, I have Mace Windu, I have Luke's green Return of the Jedi lightsaber.
She says my first Force Effects lightsaber Black Series I have is Luke Skywalker green.
Nice, very nice. It's a great saber. Also, I have now I have both of Obi-Wan's. I have his Episode 1, which I just got, and I just did the video about today on the channel. And then also I have the Episode 3 version as well. So that's 7. I have Kylo Ren's. That's 8.
That actually turns on and goes.
Yep. And then I have Darth Maul's double-bladed saber. But that one, when you buy that one, you have to buy 2. So you can use them as 2 regular lightsabers, 2 single-bladed lightsabers, or you can put them together with a connector piece and make 1. So technically, I have purchased 10 altogether, but with the double-bladed saber together, it's only 9. So I love Star Wars. Biggest Star Wars fan on the planet. Thus my Star Wars room. As you guys have all seen, my toy room is mostly Star Wars. I do have other things in there, but it's mostly Star Wars because that is my first love, is Star Wars.
That's like 85% of the room.
Yeah, it's about 90% of the room.
First love.
Well, that's awesome, Lori. I'm sorry, I keep calling you Lori when you said your name was Justin, right? Yeah, Justin. Well, what do you have any others? Yeah, I can go get that saber. Yeah, hold on, give me just a minute.
Which one?
They wanted to see my Justin wants to see my new one, my Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Where's it at?
It's in my room.
You want me to go get it?
Yeah, you want to go grab it real quick?
Where in the room is it?
Let's see, Caleb.
Is it still in the box?
You just got the one. That's awesome.
Is it still?
No, it's not in the box. They're all leaning up because I did my video for it. Justin, were you able to see my my video from today that I put out? Let's see, Caleb says I want someone like Simon Pegg or Dan Fogler to make Star Wars homage movies in the vein of McFarlane's The Orville. That would be cool. That'd be really cool, Caleb. Like, because you said because Simon Pegg is such a Star Wars fan. That'd be really cool. I would love to see him do that because I think he'd do a really good job trying to protect
That is a cool hilt.
the continuity and everything. You like
This
that?
one, right?
Yep, that one. Yep.
Plus, this was just cool, so I brought it out.
Yeah. So this is the new one.
That looks really cool on the live stream.
Does it?
What's that?
It looks really cool on the live stream.
Does it look kind of cool on the live stream?
If you turn the lights off, you can actually see the blade. Can you turn the light off for a minute?
Yeah. You can dim them, and that way the lights stay on a little bit, but they still look pretty cool.
No, because that one light.
Oh yeah, because those two don't kick out.
This is my new baby. I really like this one. This one is like so weighted well, and it's got the cool.
Watch it, TV.
I'm watching. It's got the cool thing there at the end that you can hold on to. What's that? That one's your favorite. Tiffany's got it. You want to bring it on camera, Tiff?
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to find the. It says on off.
Yep. You just push it up.
Oh. This one is mine and Isaac's favorite. It's Kylo Ren's. And this one, I don't know if you can hear it, but it has more of an animal sound. I love it.
Took your leg off.
I could take my hand off, but this was.
I know. Now you have to. Strike me down, and I will become more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
You're going places I can't follow. Oh, because of the lights.
Yeah. What marriage is all about. Lightsaber fights on the internet.
Exactly. You know, other couples don't do this?
No.
He's like, I'm not
Here,
doing
Isaac,
that.
take over.
What?
Take over.
Yeah.
You hit him.
Pick it up.
Are you afraid of the lightsabers? It's okay. They're not going to strike you down.
You have those, what are they called? The ones that you connect together.
Yeah.
I have those ones in my room. We have a bunch of them at my dad's, and I have the color in them.
I still remember the pictures of you and Isaac when you were both Kylo Ren that one year.
Answer everybody as they're talking, probably.
Well, I'd rather use my phone because it's quicker. William said you were like a brother to me. That is a real bond right there. Lunch for her. Too bad Luke and Kylo Ren didn't actually fight.
Yeah.
The 5 love languages have nothing on lightsaber dueling.
Nice.
Father like son.
Where's the...
It's the evil Isaac Wan Kenobi and the good Enosh Fett. And Justin said, can I send you a friend request on Facebook? Yes.
Yes.
Please.
Absolutely.
Oh, he's got to put on his Sith hood.
Nice. Well, if you're Isaac One Kenobi, shouldn't you have this saber?
Yeah. This one's lighter.
I know. That one has
much
more
lighter
punch
than
to it.
this one's super heavy.
Yeah. I say I can feel weight difference right away like this one. It's almost like this one is like, it's like more heavier like up here and it's lighter down here, so it's easier to weigh.
Yeah. So you can do this kind of.
Yeah. It's different going from having the 2 things right here to protect you. Right
Oh
there,
yeah,
one
for sure.
right here.
For sure. Oh
That's
no!
okay, I like purple. I like Mace Windu.
Wait, yours turned off.
Yours turned off, Kylo.
Hold on.
I just like purple like Mace Windu.
No, I still have to go. That's what it does. You just turn it off and then.
I just wish it like came down and was like the hilt and you could just wear it on.
Well, I put the 4 and just go.
Yeah, really, just turn it off. Well, there's a fun way to end the night.
Yeah.
Finally, Isaac's true form. And William says their Facebook is where it's at.
You get a lot of baseball stuff from me.
Yeah, this is the.
Chicken Nugget says, "Oh no, Enosh is on the dark side."
Base Windows.
I love the
Mace
Mace
Windu.
Windu one.
You want me to, since you've shown everybody, you want me to just go grab the other ones?
Well, no, because they're all in the video. If you guys want to see, the only ones that aren't in my latest video where I do a review for the new one here is I didn't grab the double-bladed saber, but I don't want to get that off the wall because it's like way up on the wall. I'm behind a bunch of stuff right now, and then also the Yoda saber or the Luke saber. I didn't grab the Luke saber. But we can do those another time.
Justin says he likes the Black Series Mace Windu lightsaber.
Yeah?
I like it because it's purple.
Yeah, now see, mine, most of my sabers are force effects.
Yes.
They're master replica force effects. lightsabers. So before Hasbro bought them out and started putting those out, and to be honest with you,
Huh?
to be honest with you, the master replica ones are just a little nicer. But in my opinion, but
Did someone say? I hear someone say Spaceballs.
my Schwartz is as big as yours.
Let's see how you handle it.
Well. So, but yeah, but the Hasbro ones are nice too. I will say that the Hasbro ones are nice too. So far I have 3 of the Hasbro ones. This new Obi-Wan saber, obviously, and then the other Obi-Wan saber that I just got as well, and then the Kylo Ren. The Kylo Ren, probably out of all of the sabers, it's definitely the heaviest.
It is. The handle is.
The handle is for sure, but then also, it's the most unrealistic looking.
And it sounds like an animal.
Yeah, but it's the most unrealistic looking because these are very detailed in how they look, and the way that they're made.
It's very quiet compared to the movie and the other ones.
Where I show this in the video. If you watch my my new video that I posted today, this one, see, it's got like this wire on here that's supposed to
But
mimic.
it looks janky, like he tried to make it himself.
Yeah, it's supposed to look it's supposed to look like that, but the thing is it looks different because this doesn't look like a real wire. It looks like a piece of rubber.
Chicken Wing says this is what happens when you have 7 lightsabers in one house.
Pretty much.
And Caleb said at
Sorry, that's 9.
And Caleb said at Point Dexter Lounge, what do you think would be a good name for a lightsaber-like weapon? And do you think Peg would use a laser sword or plasma blade?
Laser sword. He'd definitely say laser sword. Because that's what George calls them, are laser swords. That's why Luke calls it a laser sword in The Last Jedi, is because that's exactly what George calls them, is laser swords. In every interview, in every behind the scenes thing where George Lucas is talking, what?
He said something else.
Where George Lucas is talking about lightsabers, he never, rarely have I ever heard George call them a lightsaber. He calls them laser swords, and that's why Luke says, "What do you expect me to do? Go out and take on the entire First Order with a laser sword?" That's why. So
Caleb said, though Star Wars may be harder to make an homage to, as how you capture the spirit of Star Wars without using similar characters or story beats, thus opening yourself to a lawsuit.
Yeah, well, I think that you have the basics, right? A princess, some kind of pirate. It's kind of
randomly
a swash.
kissing your brother.
Randomly kissing your brother. It's a
Saturday.
It's a swashbuckling kind of kind of thing with knights and everything. It's more of a classic tale, actually. I always tell people whenever I meet women who tell me that they wouldn't like Star Wars, I ask them, I'm like, well, do you like princesses and stories of farm boys who go off to become knights and that kind of romantic idea behind it?
Our historical romances that we read?
Yeah, and they're like, well, yeah,
In
I'm like,
space?
well, that's Star Wars because I think the average person doesn't realize what Star Wars
Luke and
is.
Leia sitting in a tree.
Star Wars has so many just classic story elements to it that really aren't sci-fi. Star Wars really isn't sci-fi. It's science fantasy. Where there are things. It's set in space, kind of, but not really in space. It's set on distant planets and has these characters that their tropes have survived the test of time over and over again. So you got the Dark Knight and and these other, like I said, you got a pirate kind of smuggler guy. You got the comedic relief with the droids. You got the wise old wizard. Like I said, the young farm boy who wants to be more than he is. That's Star Wars, and yeah.
Don't knock my head off.
Not gonna knock your head off. I cut a hand off.
And I'll get an electronic one.
Yeah, but don't worry, because they'll just replace it. It'll be okay.
Exactly.
It'll be okay.
I just said shoot across her nose, not up it. Exactly, Sundance.
Exactly.
No, you did not see me play with my toys again.
All right, guys.
Spaceballs like all the time.
We love some Spaceballs around here. I'd love to see another Spaceballs movie. But
Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money.
The Search for More Money. All right, guys. Well, hey, I think we're gonna call it a night. But hey, I think this was fun. Another great night of watching TV with
Good
you guys.
idea.
Thanks so much for watching the Orville with us. For those of you who was your first time watching the Orville, thank you for joining us, and hope that you can
take the time to watch it from the beginning. It makes this episode so much more. Just, I mean, it was still a great episode, but start from the beginning. It really is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. So, and then we can all meet again next week. All right, guys. Until then, we got some other video ideas coming out. I got some more toy reviews coming out probably this weekend, tomorrow, and Saturday, and we'll just see what else this week.
We have no
brings
kids for
our
the
way.
weekend, so we make videos.
There you go. There you go. All right, guys. Until next time, we're going to sign off. My name is Enosh Fett, along with the lovely
Tiff-tastic or Grand Tiff Tarkin.
and of course,
Isaac Von Kenobi.
and you know what? As much as I love him, I'm not your father. But I'm a pretty darn good stepdad, so we'll go from there. All right, guys. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.